What's going on, guys? Justin Springer, how I made multiple six figures, my personal strategy on how I did it. This video is going to be a little bit different than probably what you've seen. As you can tell, these are how I like to generally do my videos. No really crazy editing, no bullshit music to make you feel all emotional in the background or anything like that. Just mano y mano, let me talk to you, let me help you out. Most likely you already got an email with a PDF. Funny thing is I'm making this video before I'm even creating that PDF, but I know for the future people that watch this video, you're gonna have a PDF and you can follow along inside that PDF or whatever, where I drop my strategy, because I've been wanting to make this video. I think I've said enough about how I was able to make multiple six figures, drive a Corvette, stay at home, right? Take care of my mom, raise my daughter by myself, afford a beautiful apartment in Texas, as a felon, let me mind you, as a felon who wasn't going up the corporate ladder. I just knew that I needed to do something different. But I think for my whole life, I was pretty much drawn to wanting to do something different anyways. I mean, think about it. Like when I was younger, like I sold drugs, right? Then I had a roofing business that bombed, right? I made a lot of money and then it bombed, right? I had a headlight restoration business with a friend in 2008. And then, when the car, recession hit, right? We were the first ones to go as far as the cars go and everything, right? Then because I was a felon, I didn't really have any other options. So I went to being a general manager. I'm not a general manager, but I mean a gym manager for my brother. Thank God, right, that he was in the gym industry. He kind of brought me in. They were able to overlook my history because I begged them for a chance, and they said, okay, we'll give you a chance. And since you're Nathan's brother, right, we'll give you a chance. And I did very well, man. I did really, really well. I moved up the ladder, but my biggest problem was I was working 60 plus hours a week, barely still making it, only for like a plaque on the wall, right? That wasn't cool. But more importantly, man, I was basically putting a lot of stress on my mom because I took my daughter when she was 2 years old. I took my daughter, and I've been a single dad ever since. And I was putting a lot of stress on my mom because think about it, I was working these crazy hours. How are you going to get a babysitter to watch your daughter with those crazy hours? You're not. So I had to put it on my mom. And plus, I couldn't even afford a babysitter anyway. So anyways, long story short, I was driving my mom insane. I was working crazy hours and I just didn't feel as if I was going anywhere. So that set me on this path to try to figure out how to do online marketing. I tried, drop shipping and some other things. I'm sure all you guys have. I don't know if you haven't, but, I've tried a few different things. The pandemic happened and everybody was at home. 2020, I literally just wasted away because I was stuck in California because I was, dating somebody. So I was in California. Well, I was living there for a little bit too, but I was in California and that was like the worst, right? So, meaning it hit the pandemic the worst. So anyways, long story short though, in 2020, 2021, or about 2021, 2022, I kept on working online because, during the pandemic, I was like, let me try to figure this online stuff out. Wasn't really going anywhere. It was hit and miss. And then I got back into high ticket affiliate marketing and I was making a little bit of money, right? But during that time frame, I started to work on me. I started finally to say, you know what, I was already kind of like reading some books and doing all that stuff, right, that everybody posts about. But do you remember that trend for a little while where everybody was just trying to speed read books? Like, man, they used to come on these YouTube videos and brag about like, I read 10 books in a week. Like, who gives a fuck? You read 10 books in a week and your life is still shitty and you're still broke? I wouldn't be bragging about that, but that was me. So I was mad. I was looking in the mirror and I was mad at me. I was like, man, I read all these books. I listened to all these YouTube videos. I followed all these people and I'm not making this shit work. And I know I'm better than half of these people out here. And that I know that nobody's really looking at my past anymore, that I'm just creating this mess in my mind. And I was like, forget this shit, man. I was like, I'm going to actually start doing the things that I've been telling other people to do. And the things that I've been telling people that I'm going to do, I started saying, forget that shit. I'm going to actually start applying it. So 2021, 2022, I started to apply it. 2022 to 2023, I moved back to Texas, right? And I started working out again and everything and just getting my mind right. Like, meaning I was working out, I was getting my mind right. I was like, yeah. And I came across digital marketing and I haven't looked back since. And I want to share with you guys that strategy. But I guess the reason why I'm telling you the backstory is not to try to sell you. It's to say, did you hear it? Right? So many of these people are going to say, hey, I made $20,000 in a month. I made $30,000 in a month with digital products and this and this and this and this and this. And they're all going to tell you this with this expectancy that you are going to actually apply the work. But guess what? You're like the old me. You know it. It is not lack of information that is our problem. It's lack of application. See, here's the biggest thing that I had to learn, right? Making $10,000 to $15,000 a month is actually very easy. You want to know what the hard part is? Getting over your fears, your doubts, your insecurities, staying disciplined to the process, dealing with the criticism and opinions of others, especially probably like your friends, your family, and even certain people online. And when you start to actually take care of all that, you can make money. You can make money. So I lead with that part of the story because this is part of my strategy, but I want to share it with you. When I got into digital marketing, I was reselling other people's programs. There's nothing wrong with that, but I highly encourage you to get Passion Launch Project, which is my new mastermind to help you grow your own digital product to make it easier on you. But one thing that I did that other people weren't really doing for me to find quick success is I was sharing my experience, okay? And I go over like this in a lot of times, like these 5 content buckets, right? Where you have your opinions. These aren't perfect content buckets anyways, but man, you have your opinion posts, you have your story posts, you have your product posts, meaning like your product reviews, your benefits of your product, why you like your product, right? Things like that. You have tips and tricks, right? And advice. And then you have results, your results, other people's results. And to be honest with you, what made me the most amount of money was my story, benefits of my product, and other people's results. Because at the time I didn't have it, right? But I was sharing my experience. I was coming off a high ticket affiliate marketing and I was like, holy crap. I came across a program that does daily videos. Man, when I was as a high ticket affiliate marketer, I didn't get these daily videos, right? So I was making these TikTok videos and guess what, man? It was like people were catching on to it. They were like, holy shit, yeah, I want to know what you have. I want to know what you have. I want to know what you have. And I started making sales and I was like, whoa, this is working. Because I guess nobody ever told me, everybody told me to share my story, but not necessarily my experience. So I want you to think of it like this. If you went to the movie right now and then you came back to your friend, you would report what the movie was like, right? You would report, right? Well, that's what I was doing. I was taking this digital product ahead of other people and I was reporting back what I found and what I loved about it and how it was helping me in different ways. For me, it wasn't even about the money that I made yet because I didn't make any money. You know, it was just the fact that this was different and I liked it, so I knew what business to run or how to run my business. People started buying from me and I couldn't believe it. And so at that time, I was doing 2 TikTok videos a day, right? I was engaging, you know what I mean, on other people's posts, right? I was, at that time, they didn't have TikTok stories. And then I was going live and I was making 1 YouTube video a week, right? And that's how I started seeing a bunch of success, right? A bunch of success, okay? I'm going to lead you into the strategy that I do now because it'll be a little bit more updated. I'm just telling you, this is how I started seeing, I was started to make like $4,000 a month, $5,000 a month, things like that. Well, then it started getting up to about $10,000 to $15,000 a month. No shit, right? But around that time, I was like, number one, people weren't having the same success as me. And number 2, I got tired of branding this other person, right? That, cause it was that person's product. Nothing wrong with this person. I know a lot of people probably think I have bad blood with this person and I really don't have any bad blood with this person. I just was not wanting to brand them anymore. Why? Because, man, I don't know about you guys, but you got to see yourself as somebody that is worthy of this shit. And I saw myself more than worthy. Now, I don't ever say I bite the hand that feeds me, But I knew that I was just as worthy as that person to be making just as much money as that person. The only thing is I didn't have 20,000 people out there promoting me. So I said, man, screw this shit. I said, let me go ahead and start something. Let me create my own digital product. So about the end of 2023, 2024, I created Most Won't We Will. And it was a flop, man. It fell hard. It was so bad. So bad. But I was like, well, wait a minute. Let me take the skills of digital marketing, right? Because I like digital marketing. I'm good at it. Plus, I'm creating a digital product. And then let me pair it with what I did in 2021 and 2022, which was to work on my mindset and to make sure that I was actually applying what I needed to be applying. And guess what? Boom, it took off. I made way more money. I made 6 figures in 2023. I made way more money in 2024, right? I helped a lot more people. I built the brand, right? But more importantly, and I wouldn't say helping a lot more people is the most important one, but something that a lot of people don't tell you is I had so much more fun in 2024. 2024, I was able to buy my daughter a car. I was later on able to buy myself a Corvette, pay my bills, take care of my mom, be there for my dad. But more importantly, I had so much fucking fun. And I started to realize it's like it was easier for me to even promote this than it was the first one because it was mine. So fast forward now, this is my exact strategy, man. I post 2 to 3 videos on TikTok every day. I post about 3 to 4 stories every day. And in my stories, and what I do with my posts is I gather attention by giving value, right? Sharing those 5 content buckets that I mentioned earlier, by sharing my experience and giving value on anything that I possibly can give, right? Just giving my story as a sense of value, right? Teaching, helping, all that good stuff. Then I use every other thing that TikTok provides, right? As a way to nurture my audience. So I post 2 to 3 times a day. That's to gather attention, right? Then what I do is I post about at least 3 TikTok stories, and one of them is a pitch. Like I'm going to pitch my product because I want to stay on top of your mind every day. I'm going to remind you every day, every fucking day, to where it's annoying as shit, but I don't care. I'm going to be there, right? Because as long as you keep on watching me, you're going to keep getting hit, right? Then what I do is I engage outside with my target audience, people who would most likely probably like me or buy from me. And then what I do is I go live, okay? And I go live Monday through Friday, right? Now, some of you guys have been seeing me recently on this YouTube, and you see Instagram. That's because I'm just now going there to really take this business to $1 million. But I started Most Won't We Will. So if that's you, it's $49 a month. It's my own digital product. It's to really help you. I do weekly coaching calls to help people break out of their mindset and introduce them strategies that I'm applying right now so they can see 6 figures in their digital marketing business. If you do not have a digital marketing business, well, check this out. By the end of 2024, I made a lot of money, and I started to notice something, right? I had a lot more fun in 2024, like I said earlier, made a lot more money. And I noticed that a lot of people were getting involved with digital marketing because of all the MRR craze, but they were really just promoting other people's products, but they felt weird about it. Like, how do you talk about making money online when you haven't made any money yet? See, I was telling them, hey, share your experience like I did, but they weren't making the connection. And then some were like, yo, I wanted to buy this course to learn how to promote my jewelry business. Some were saying, well, I want this course. That's great. But really, I like the law of attraction. I like makeup. I like this. I like that. And I'm like, holy shit, you guys like this, like this, like that. Why aren't you making a digital product around it? Around something you like Madison. There was a lady named Madison who was going to Disney World all the damn time, and she decided to create a digital Disney World travel guide. She took that thing to $20,000 a month, a Disney World travel guide, making videos about Disney World, giving advice about Disney World, something that she loved to do all the fucking time. Do you see how this makes sense? Or what about Miss Excel? If you learn anything about Miss Excel, she's another person that inspired me. In 2020, she got laid off during the pandemic. Well, I was wasting my life during the pandemic. She was really good at Microsoft Excel, right? Everybody kept asking her questions, so she said, screw this. She created courses around Microsoft Excel, courses. And I think Microsoft even gives these things for free. She was like, nah, screw that. Let me give you a course from me, right? She created a course, started putting her stuff out on TikTok, and now she's a millionaire. Based around what she loves, likes, and geeks out on. You could be doing the same. So my advice to you is this, right? Get Passion Launch Project. It's my new mastermind program that is going to help you define your passion, create a digital product around that passion, right? Okay. And then I'm going to help you launch it to 6 figures. We do 2 monthly coaching calls in there, right? To help you. There's homework in there. We're a good group in there. You can ask questions in there. I got you. Okay. And then, you know what? If you mention this video or if you mention a strategy, you know what I mean? I'll probably even throw you in a free one-on-one coaching call to get you started, okay? If you get Passion Launch Project, okay? But anyways, and then from there, when we get your product crafted and everything, I highly suggest you get in Most Won't We Will, or if you're in a digital marketing business right now, get inside Most Won't We Will, my private app where I can help mentor you and teach you all the other things that digital marketing won't teach you. Because like I said, anybody can tell you to go to Canva, create a product, or use ChatGPT and create a product, but how are you going to market that shit? And on top of that, how are you going to have the right discipline and the right mindset to show up every day as the businessman who will follow the business plan? You guys are steadily looking for the business plan and you're not even the businessman, right? So you decide what you want and how I can help, but I would love to help you. But this is my strategy. It's been my strategy. Now I'm moving over to Instagram. I'm back on YouTube as well, but I pretty much have made multiple 6 figures from TikTok. If you really want to know, it's literally all been from TikTok and my own digital product. And that's why I come to you today, and that's why I dropped this video. If you just think like, yo, this is great, cool. If you say, man, screw this shit, this is bullshit, that's fine too. But I'm telling you right now, share your experience. If you need to, watch some of my other videos to learn, stick around, but I hope you enjoyed this. Let's go.